Hey, welcome back, everybody. Glad you're here on this Friday morning, and we are about getting ready to talk a little GI justice this morning. Our friends from the law firm of Gomez Iagmin, trial attorneys in downtown San Diego, we got a lot of things we want to talk to them about because there are a few different legal issues that we wanted to chat about this morning. I'll tell you the first one. Governor Jerry Brown signs into law a bill that will require drivers to give bicyclists 3 feet of clearance when making a pass. It's called the 3 Feet of Safety Act, and I'm very glad that Governor Brown has signed this into law. Now there's a lot of questions related to what happens if a motorist doesn't accommodate the cyclist. What happens if a cyclist is hit and injured? What should you do? This is a very common issue on the roads of San Diego County. So here to have that discussion is Ben Coughlan. He is one of the trial attorneys at Gomez Iagmin, and we are into GI justice. Hey, Ben, good to see you, man.
Great to be here, Scott. Thanks for having me.
So I know both you and I like to get out there on the roads and ride our bikes, but I got to be totally honest with you. I haven't been on my bike in a long time. I had a friend about 8 weeks ago or so get killed on his bike, not hit by a motorist. It just freaked me out. I see people texting all the time. It's just become too dangerous out there. Tell me about this new law that Governor Brown signed.
Yeah, and I agree with you. It's very scary, and I try to get out there when I can. And I try to be very, very safe, but a lot of the times it's not the cyclist's fault. As you're saying, someone's texting or not paying attention, or anything else could go wrong too. It is scary, and we see it every day in what we do. And what this bill does is it changes Vehicle Code Section 21570, which used to say that you must give a reasonable distance to a cyclist if you're passing them in the same direction. Now it is putting an exact number restriction on how far you have to be from the cyclist.
But here's my question. If you have a bike lane, okay, is this for roads with a bike lane, or is this for roads that don't have bike lanes?
Both. It's for all roads if you're traveling in the same direction. So and you and I are probably both familiar with those roads where the bike lanes are not as wide as they should be, or you don't feel comfortable because you're getting close. And it also is for roads where bicyclists have to move into another lane to make a left turn or something like that.
Oh, okay, I got you.
It's both.
So it's everywhere. You've got to give the cyclist 3 feet. How would you ever be able to prove that the motorist did or did not?
Well, that's one of the things that opponents argue, is saying, hey, how is someone driving supposed to know how far 3 feet is, right? And additionally, how are police officers going to enforce this? The idea is that this is just a minimum distance, right? It's not that you must be exactly 3 feet, it's that you must be at least 3 feet. And I think most drivers can reasonably guess what 3 feet is. You as a football player, I'm sure, know what 1 yard is, and most people know how far a yard is. And this is a minimum to protect cyclists from vehicles, because you and I have probably both experienced, drivers don't like coming up behind a bicyclist going real slow. They get angry, they get frustrated, and they try to pass too close and too quick.
This is a video that I have from years of riding down the coast from San Francisco to San Diego as part of the Challenge Athletes Foundation ride. And I did this ride 5 times, and with friends. You're seeing this gentleman right here who lost both of his legs, by the way, in Vietnam. And I love this bike ride, and Ben, I swear to you, I can't even go on it anymore because I can't ride on the roads like this.
Yeah, I mean, 38,000 bicyclists each year are injured by vehicles. Almost 700 each year are killed by vehicles. That's what this bill is about, is to change that. And the scary thing about that is that 69% of these accidents are happening in urban areas, not way out in the middle of nowhere. And 59% of all of these accidents are actually happening in non-intersections, meaning bike lanes or straightaways.
Somebody gets hit by a car as a cyclist. What do they do?
So, well, first of all, they should get medical help if they have any concerns that they are hurt. Always see your doctor, follow up, and be proactive about your health care. I mean, be proactive about making sure you're okay if it's a head injury, things like that.
But I want to talk from a legal standpoint. What should somebody do? What's their recourse?
They should find an attorney, and we at the Gomez Iagmin firm certainly are very experienced in bicycle and auto accidents. I handle them every single day, as do all the attorneys in our firms. And you want to find an attorney that knows about that, because there are issues with evidence preservation that need to be taken care of early in the process. Find someone that knows what they're doing, talk to them, call us, find out what you can do, and protect your rights early.
This is a really big topic in San Diego because you look at a road like this one right here, and there are no bike lanes.
Sure.
You know, but yet that cyclist is entitled to share the road, and so you know, and some motorists, by the way, they get angry at the cyclists, and they won't give them their space. They're like angry that somebody's on the road like this. So. Again, if you have any problems, if you ever get into a situation, I think it's great advice. Obviously, take care of yourself medically.
Absolutely.
But then secondly, this whole evidence preservation issue that you're talking about, really, really important. You need to get in touch with a lawyer if something like this happens. And, oh man, don't even get me started. This is a topic close, you know?
I'm scared too, Scott,
Yeah.
and I just love bicycling, and, you know, I just want everybody to be safe out there, and as do you, I'm quite sure. And hopefully the Challenge Athletes Foundation is a great organization.
More of GI Justice right after this.